Hey everybody, welcome to English 130. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview of how to navigate the course and an explanation of the first module for our week 1 assignments. So this is our homepage for our course, and some of the most important things to know are the news announcements that you'll see prominently right here in the middle of the screen. This is where I'll post your weekly overview of each module and any other important information that I want the entire class to know. Some other basic navigation things that you might want to be aware of. So there is the course menu up here, the very first thing that you see in the top menu, links to the learning modules, discussions, assignments, and grades. The discussions and assignments are going to be embedded within these learning modules, so you should be able to do everything that you need for the course just by going to whichever week's module that we're currently in, but you can also go straight to the discussions or the assignments this way as well, and then the grades area. Those are the most important things in terms of this menu up here, so let's just go straight into the modules and do an overview of those. So starting with the Start Here module, you'll see this navigation menu on the left-hand side. The Start Here module contains the syllabus and other important information that students should know when they're taking this class. So be sure to review all of that in the first few days of the course. And then another important thing to be aware of is the module here that says Macmillan Achieve. If you haven't done so already, it's really important to purchase an access code for your textbook and register that access code. There's instructions in this module on how to do that, but if you have any questions, please reach out to either me or your advisor. And then one more thing is the Module 1 assignments that we'll be doing in the first week of the course. So it starts with an introduction to the module with the learning goals and objectives, a Module 1 guide, resources that you can use that'll help you with your assignments and activities for the module. And then we'll sometimes, but not always, have a discussion for the module content. So you'll post your initial response by Thursday and do your replies to some of your peers in the class by Sunday, talking a little bit about the content and the prompt that's for the discussion. And then each week you'll most likely have an assignment that you'll have to submit to the Dropbox. So here's the first one, 1-2 reading response, interviewing the text. So there's the guidelines and rubric link right here. That's one way to find out information about what you're supposed to be doing. Another way to find out what you're supposed to be doing in each module, there's a whole separate module here for, let me find it here, assignment information. So that module that says assignment information has all of the assignments that you'll submit to the Dropbox for the course. And as you can see, it's sort of a scaffolding up to an analysis essay at the end of the course. So everything that we do in each module is sort of a little part of that analysis essay, but you can kind of look at each one of those and how we go through that process and those steps by going to that assignment information module. But so there's a couple of ways that you can find out more information about what exactly it is that you're supposed to do for that module assignment. So reading response. So in this one, review the articles and the supporting materials section and choose one to use as the text for this assignment and project. So basically what you're doing is there's a link in module 1. Click on that link to find the articles that are approved for this project. Pick one that you'll use throughout the course of the term and you'll write your analysis essay about. So pick an article, then explain why you chose that text. Address the prompts related to the content, genre, purpose, context, core idea, and details of the text using the template linked in the what to submit section. And then there's a more specific breakdown or outline talking about some of those rhetorical choices that the writer makes about genre, purpose, context, core ideas and details, and then just the overall topic. So basically, and I'll show you the analysis essay for the end of the semester in just a moment here. But basically what you're doing is throughout the term, you're going to be writing an analysis essay, analyzing how a writer uses what we call rhetoric or specific choices to make an argument or to achieve their purpose. So if my purpose is to argue for a certain position or opinion, then how am I going to use specific strategies to convince my audience? That's what this is all about, is you doing an analysis of that and whether or not the writer effectively does that or not. And like I said, it's usually a good idea to kind of skip ahead to the end idea or the end product to kind of get a sense of what we're working towards. Analysis and essential life skill. For your project, you will create 2 versions of the same paper, an analysis of a written work, just like I just said. In the first version, you'll explain the writer's choices in relation to genre, audience, purpose, and subject. You will also write about the core idea of the text as well as the details that support it. To create this first version, revise the draft that you wrote earlier in the course using the feedback that you received from your instructor. For the second version, you will adapt what you've written for a different audience. So you can kind of go over the whole thing on your own. I'm not going to explain, every last detail of this assignment in this video, but that's basically what we're doing. Is you're choosing a text, you're going to write an essay that analyzes that writer's use of rhetoric and effectiveness, and then you're going to revise that same essay for a different audience, so for two different audiences. So we want you, by the end of this course, to be able to think about and analyze rhetorical choices, and also be able to think about audience and how what you say to somebody or write to somebody might be different depending on who your specific audience is. All right, let's look at the rest of the Module 1 stuff to just kind of quickly give an overview of that. So you got a discussion, and then you've got your reading response assignment here. So basically, you're going to choose an article, and you're going to answer the questions in the prompt about things like context, audience, purpose, genre, etc. So just one little piece to start thinking about that analysis essay that you're going to turn in by the end of the term. And then a little bit of a look ahead here, and then a little bit of a reflection on how Module 1 went. So really, you just have a couple of graded assignments, your discussion, and your reading response here for this first week. But if you have any questions, there's several resources that you can rely upon. One that I like a lot is the academic support here. So that's free tutoring offered by the college if you need help from a tutor. Also the library as well. So they can help you with things like finding sources, citation, and things like that. Or you can reach out to me. So send me an email. I am available for office hours appointments or to meet with you on Zoom if you really need me to. So reach out to me and let me know that that's something that you need. And I'll be happy to try to arrange a time that works for the both of us. So I think that is pretty much it for our introduction in Module 1. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I should mention that in order to do that, if you just go back to the home menu, that My Instructor announcement is going to have my email address in that announcement there. So give me a second here. This one here will have my email address, and it's also right here in that little My Instructor widget as well. All right, so I look forward to seeing the work that you produce for Module 1, and good luck.